the Paper Bumblebee. Welcome back everybody to my channel. Last time we made these for Barbara's design team project. These were journaling cards I made. So off camera I made some more. These are hidden paper clips. This is like it goes on the page. Let me just get a book. So if you've got your book like this will be like a bookmark sort of idea. So like a hidden paper clip. Let me just get it on. So I made that with Felix the Fox. Cute little one. And this was a big puzzle piece that I made a hidden paper clip from, and this was a smaller puzzle piece but still large. You can see it next to my hand, it's still big. And this one goes from the side, and I did this off camera like so. What I did was cover the puzzle piece with, I think it was napkin, and then I put on some of the crackling paste, and then I put some inkies on. I stamped on it as well, and then I just collaged this on, made a little hole here with a little charm. Thought that was cute. And this one I did the same. Did cover this up with, I think it was paper, I'm not sure, and then just do the inking again and some stamping and some splattering, and I made a collage on this one as well. Little buttons, some threads. I think these turned out really cute as well. Now the thing I wanted to do with you guys is take, this is also one of Barbara's digitals from Felix the Fox and the gang, ephemera. So you get this page, and so there are these pockets, a postage card and a banner. Then you got this page with some tags and some more pockets and a big banner, and then I think it's 4 pages. And then these two you can use as tags or pockets, whatever. So when you cut this off, you can use it as a tag. Otherwise, this can fall in and you can use it as a pocket. You got these small little postage cards. Maybe I can use these as well. And then these look like little tickets, so you can make tickets out of them. And then the last page from this set, you get 4 very big tags, and then these are quite plain and you can just embellish them as you want. So what I wanted to do for making ephemera, I thought I would be using, or I would use this postage card I wanted to use, and maybe I'll take these two as well and just vintage them up, and then make well, this is the back side of the postcard, so I wanted to make the front of the postage card as well. So I think I'm going to do that, and maybe if there's time we can do the tickets as well. So I'm going to fussy cut this and I'll be back. Okay, so I cut this out, and these two little ones as well, and I also cut this out from one of these tags. This was also a tag, and I just fussy cut the little foxy, so I love him. So I backed these all up, and in between I've got some quite thickish cardstock. So I'm just gonna age this up a bit, and I'm just using my scissors. Because this is what everybody has in the house, I suppose.
You can see that it got some cardstock in between when I do this.
Okay, I think I will leave it at that. This side maybe. So I'm using walnut stain first, I think. I'm just gonna take the pad and ink the edges. I'm going to do both sides. And thinking if I should do, I'm gonna leave it like this. And then I'm going to spritz. Both sides so that the ink will run a bit. Oops, got some ink splatter on Foxy. Okay, so I've done that and dried that as well. And this side is looking really cool. I'm just gonna leave it for now. When I'm finished, I can all glue it on there or just cut it off. So next I'm gonna try the rusty hinge and do the same thing. And I know I like what I've done with the walnut stain, so if this doesn't look nice, I can always go over it again with the walnut stain. So the rusty hinge, and I'm going to spritz again. Okay, let it dry. Okay, so done that, and it's really dark and stuff, so I'm just gonna use a forest moss and go over it again to tone it a bit down. If that doesn't work, I'm going to use vintage photo or tea dye color. I think this will work. So again, going to spritz that. And let that dry. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the edges, but now the inside is, well, I want to make that look a bit older as well. So I'm just going to take a vintage photo, it's not that dark, and acrylic block. Where did I put my block? Okay, there's still a stamp on there. I'm just going to leave that and take my vintage photo and just dab it on there. Then spritz. And gonna just squash it on here. And I'm gonna dry that quickly. So I really think that looks a lot better. So I'm just thinking if I should go one step further. Maybe I should. and try with the forest moss just a little bit and dab it on there as well. Okay, and then try it again. Okay, there's one thing I still want to try. So I'm gonna try it with the walnut stain, and I'm going to squish this on here. Don't know if this will work. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So then you spritz your water on there, and I've got this little bottle with all little charms and stuff in, or wooden pieces. And it's got this nice textured circle on the bottom. Now I want to have that on my little card, so I'm just gonna dab it, whoops, in here and put it on there, and then it looks like I put my copper on there. So I'm gonna dry this and be back, and I wanted to do it on the other side as well. So the ink is still wet, and I wanted to do something on here as well. So I'm just gonna try this and then dry immediately, for otherwise it's going to spread. Okay, so we've got this. I think it's cute. And on the other side, I didn't dry it fast enough, but you can still see a bit of it. But I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to work on the other side. And maybe just use this on here as well. So I'll dry that also. Okay, so on the back side, I want some texture, and I'm just going to use this stencil. And I think I'm just going to use, I was thinking of using some gesso. Let me see if this will work, or is my gesso too thin? Just going to have a look. Get my tool. So look if this will work. I think actually this would be too thin. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to dry that as well. Okay, I'm not too happy with that. It's not really, it's really thin. So I'm just going to use my crackle paste again and go over this again with this paste. I love this. This is so really nice to work with. And then on this side as well. Something like this. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to dry that and see if that crackles. Okay, it's dry now, and now I want to age that up as well. I'm just going to go over with my walnut stain and spritz that so that we can get that blending in with the rest of the card. Okay, and gonna dry that quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna take some darker color and squish this on my block. Try and drop that in there. Mist. And dry that again and see if that looks better. If it's really white, but otherwise I'm gonna have another idea. Okay, it's still rather white. I'm just going to take my walnut stain and a little brush and go over it to make it a bit darker. I want it to blend in with the little card. Just having a feel if that's still wet. And then maybe even a little bit of the forest moss. Let me just clean my brush a bit. And just go over it with this. Oops, it's still wet, I think. And then it will blend in more, I think. I like that. Clean my brush. Okay, so now I want it. Okay, this is the front, this is the back. This has been written and posted and everything. So this is going to be the front. So now I want on the front, I want, where's Mr. Fox? To put Mr. Fox, but Mr. Fox is still brand new. So we have to do something about him as well. But I think I'm going to back him with some coffee dyed paper. He's really thin for now. Let me just see what I've got. Okay, so I've got this book page and I put some excess just what I had put on this. So I'm going to just glue this on there and then we can have a better play. I think it would be, well, it won't be so flimsy. Let me just glue this on here. These little flowers. Okay. I'm not gonna, oh sorry, I'm not gonna fussy cut them. I'm just gonna tear around him. Like that. Mr. Fox Felix. See if I have to glue him down more. we go. Now we can play with him a bit more, but he's too big, so I have to tear this down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so first I'm going to ink him up. And I'm using walnut stain. And I'm going roughly around the edges, and if they tear or bend or whatever, that's what I want. For it has to be look aged up as well. I'm going to spritz this and see if that will work. Let's put this down. Okay, so I'm just gonna try a bit with the forest moss as well. Just get another dabber. Let's see, I've got this one. Go around it as well. I'm just debating if I should wet this as well. I think it looks rather cool like this, so I think I will leave it. And when I spritz Mr. Foxy, he also got some aged look, and maybe that's also some of the vintage, or not a vintage photo, but the walnut stain. So when I put him on the front, it's a vocal point. So what to put behind? Maybe we should first stamp. Got this beautiful stamp. Stamp this with some ground espresso. Okay. This gives it more of a textured look. Don't know if you can see that. So I want to put Mr. Foxy on there as the vocal point, but I want to put something behind him. I've got doilies, and not the white one. You can maybe put a piece of a doily behind him, like so. Okay, so I've got a little tea bag I can put behind him as well. Okay, this will be like so. I just want to have a look. So I want it to peep out as well. Then I've got a piece of book page that I zigzagged on, and I learned that from Barbara. That is really easy, just to have a little stash of those and just take some out if you want to. Then I've got a piece of fabrics I wanted to put behind there somewhere. Some black thread. Just gonna take some more thread. And I think I'm gonna ink this guy up. Okay, bit on the top as well, and then I've got this little die cut, and I thought I could put him behind there as well. And I'm always, I don't know why, when I do a collaging in a mirrored L form, and I love just leaving this open, so we can maybe even put a little sentiment on there. Let me just get my Barbara sentiments. I will link everything down below that I'm using. This is also from Barbara's shop. These are also from Barbara's shop, as you know. So I'm just having a look. Should I use, I think I'm going to use a yellow one or a blue one. So I'm just going to get me a sentiment. I'm going to ink around it, glue it on top of, I think, a book page or something, ink around it again, and then I will be back and we can put this together. Okay, there you go. So I found this piece of music paper, and I think I'm going to use that rather than the book page. And then I did Always Be Yourself, the blue, because he's got blue on as well. Now I'm just going to glue this all together. Just going to use a glue stick for the little doily. Oops. Glue that on there. Can bring it round, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to cut it off. And then ink it up. Don't want that to look any different when that's on. Okay, and then we've got our tea bag, and let me just tear it in half. And then I want to glue this on there. A bit like this. Then I've got this. I want to, let's just see, use this to glue on here. I've got some fabrics. We want to glue, let me see. How did we have this? Something like this, but then we've got, okay, I'm just going to glue some more of the tea bag on there. Or maybe, yeah, I'm just going to do that. And then we've got our thread. Wanted to show. Something like this, and then we need to put this behind as well. Put some glue on there. Have a look. Something like this. Did I glue the whole thing? Let's see. This last piece. Some glue. Okay, and then Mr. Foxy. There we go. And then we have to cut this off. And then we've got our sentiment, be yourself, and I think I'm going to glue that on there. Should I put something behind that as well? Can't do that. I should have inked this. Okay, I'm just gonna ink this a bit more. Let's see if I ink this. If that would be better. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna glue that on there. My sentiment. Just get this up a bit. Okay, now the only thing I wanted to do is do some black splatter and maybe some gold gilding wax. I'm just gonna get my wet brush. Okay, I think that's fine. So I'm just going to dry that, and then don't know if I could need some gilding wax, maybe around the sentiment. But this is the card so far. This is the front, and then the back side we did the aging, and I think that will be enough for today. And that will be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. You can of course do everything you've done here to those little small ones and get the same outcome. So have a look. This is how it was, and this is how it is now. I hope you liked it. Please give it a try. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.